No one in the Galactic Council truly believed humans were dangerous. They were new. Their fleets were small. Their worlds were few, compared to the ancient alien empires that had ruled the stars. For tens of thousands of years, humanity seemed insignificant, another young species barely crawling into the galaxy. The Zorathian Empire thought the same. For centuries, the Zorathians had conquered every civilization that stood in their path. Their emperor, Vaelthar, ruled over thousands of worlds. Entire species had knelt before him. Their war machines were legendary, towering biomechanical soldiers, planet-cracking artillery, and fleets that darkened entire star systems. When humanity refused to submit to Zorathian authority, the emperor laughed. To him, it was nothing more than a small rebellion waiting to be crushed. So the Zorathian Empire declared war. Their fleets descended upon the outer human colonies like a cosmic storm. Massive alien warships burned through orbital defenses. Cities fell. Entire planets were occupied within days. Across the galaxy, the Galactic Council watched. Some felt pity for the humans. Others simply waited for their inevitable surrender. But something strange happened. Humanity did not surrender. Instead, they adapted. Every battle became a lesson. Every defeat became a blueprint for the next victory. Human commanders studied Zorathian technology, their tactics, their weaknesses. And humans had one advantage the ancient empires underestimated: desperation. For the Zorathians, war was routine. For humans, it was survival. Within months, human fleets began striking back. Small, precise attacks turned into devastating ambushes. Zorathian supply lines vanished. Entire battle groups disappeared in asteroid belts and nebulae where human forces knew how to fight. The empire that had ruled the stars for millennia suddenly found itself facing an enemy that refused to break. Emperor Vaelthar grew furious. He ordered the full might of his empire to end the war in one final, overwhelming strike. The target was Earth, the heart of humanity. Thousands of Zorathian warships gathered above their capital world, Arconis Prime, preparing for the largest invasion the galaxy had ever seen. The Emperor himself would lead the fleet. He wanted the galaxy to watch as humanity was erased forever, but the galaxy would witness something very different. Because while the Zorathians prepared their final invasion, humanity was preparing something far worse. The plan was insane. Even among human commanders, many believed it would fail. But humanity had already learned something about the Zorathians. Their empire was powerful but predictable. Their fleets followed strict hierarchies. Their strategies revolved around overwhelming force and absolute control from the Emperor's command ship. Remove the Emperor, and the Empire would fracture. Admiral Marcus Hale proposed the unthinkable. Instead of defending Earth, humanity would strike the heart of the Empire first. A covert fleet of human warships slipped through hidden routes mapped by smugglers, explorers, and long-forgotten probes. They bypassed the massive Zorathian armadas gathering for the invasion. Their destination was Arconis Prime, the Imperial throne world. By the time the Zorathians realized what was happening, it was already too late. Human ships erupted from hyperspace above the alien capital like meteors from hell. Orbital defenses fired immediately. The sky turned into a storm of lasers and missiles. Human ships were destroyed by the dozens, but they kept pushing forward. Dropships burned through the atmosphere, crashing into the sprawling alien city that covered half the planet. Within minutes, human soldiers were fighting in the streets of the Zorathian capital. The aliens had never experienced anything like it. For thousands of years, their wars had always been fought far away from their throne world. Their cities had never been battlefields, but humans had brought the war to their doorstep. Explosions shattered alien towers. War machines stomped through burning avenues. Human infantry advanced block by block, refusing to retreat. At the center of the capital stood the Imperial Citadel, a colossal structure of black metal and glowing energy that reached into the clouds. Inside it waited Emperor Vaelthar, protected by elite guards and ancient defense systems. The Emperor believed the human attack would collapse long before it reached him. He was wrong, because humans weren't trying to win the battle. They were trying to reach him, and they would pay any price to do it. Captain Daniel Reyes led the assault team. His armor was scarred from dozens of battles, and the soldiers behind him were the best humanity had to offer. The Citadel's gates finally collapsed under concentrated explosives. The fight inside was brutal. Zorathian elite guards were faster and stronger than humans. Their energy blades cut through steel. Their armor deflected most human weapons. But humans fought like creatures that had nothing left to lose. Room by room, hallway by hallway, they advanced deeper into the citadel. Reyes lost half his squad before they even reached the throne chamber. The massive doors finally burst open, and there he was. Emperor Veilthar sat upon a towering throne of black crystal, his long crown gleaming with alien jewels. He did not look afraid. He looked insulted. "You believe you can kill a god?" the Emperor asked calmly. Reyes raised his rifle. Not today. The battle inside the chamber was chaos. Imperial guards charged. Energy blasts filled the air. Stone pillars shattered. One by one, the guards fell, until only the Emperor remained. Veilthar rose from his throne, revealing his towering form. He was nearly 8 feet tall, his alien muscles wrapped in ceremonial armor. The fight was brutal. The Emperor was stronger than any human, faster than any soldier Reyes had ever faced. But humans had something the Emperor did not expect: teamwork. 2 soldiers pinned him down with magnetic traps while Reyes slammed an energy pulse directly into his armor. The Emperor collapsed. Silence filled the ruined throne room. Reyes walked forward slowly. Then he did something that would echo across the galaxy. He dropped a heavy iron collar around the Emperor's neck. The Emperor of the Zarathian Empire, captured alive. The battle for Arcanus Prime lasted 3 more days. Without their Emperor's command, Zarathian forces began to falter. Human reinforcements arrived. One by one, the alien defenses collapsed. The capital city burned. The Galactic Council watched the events unfold through countless broadcast drones hovering above the battlefield. No one could believe what they were seeing. Humans had done the impossible. They had captured the Emperor. But humanity wasn't finished. When the final Zarathian war machines fell silent, human soldiers marched through the shattered capital. At the center of the ruined battlefield walked Captain Reyes. Behind him followed dozens of armored human soldiers, and in the dirt between them, kneeling, chained, was Emperor Veilthar. His crown had fallen into the dust. The mighty ruler of 1,000 worlds was dragged across the battlefield like a defeated criminal. Alien civilians watched in stunned silence. Some screamed in disbelief. Others simply stared. For the first time in their empire's history, the Zarathians had lost. Reyes stopped in the middle of the battlefield. He planted the human flag into the ground, and the cameras captured everything. Across the galaxy, billions of beings watched the same moment. The Emperor of the most powerful empire in history, on his knees, because humanity had refused to kneel first. The war ended within weeks. Without their Emperor, the Zarathian Empire fractured into rival factions. Entire fleets surrendered to human forces rather than continue a hopeless fight. For the first time in thousands of years, the empire that had terrified the galaxy no longer existed. But the moment everyone remembered was not the battles, not the destroyed fleets, not the burning cities. It was the image of a human soldier dragging an alien emperor across the battlefield. Historians would later say that moment changed the balance of power in the galaxy forever, because every empire finally understood something important. Humans did not start wars easily, but if you forced them into one, they would finish it in ways no one expected. Years later, Captain Reyes stood on a quiet balcony overlooking Earth. The war was over. Humanity had survived. Behind him, a young officer asked the question everyone still wondered. "Sir, did we really have to humiliate their emperor like that?" Reyes stared at the stars. Then he answered calmly, "No." The officer looked confused. Reyes continued, "But the galaxy needed to see it. Far away across thousands of worlds, the story had already become legend, a warning told to every empire that considered threatening humanity. Aliens had declared war, and humanity had ended it by dragging their emperor through the dirt.